In an era where cute anime girls cosplaying are called Astromons, one new Astromon challenges the meta. This summer, from the creators of Monster Super League, 2 weeks of intense Astromon capturing festival. The Alpacas are here, and they're here to stay. Well, for a limited time only, but once you catch them, they are yours to keep. Arnold Schwarzenegger is MightyLeafy.
Get to the chopper!
Samuel Jackson is Yugen.
Hello.
What the fuck? That doesn't fucking work! Okay, whatever. Hey guys, welcome back to another Monster Super League podcast. No, you have not checked into the wrong podcast. I just wanted to change things up a little bit for this intro instead of going with the same old boring intro. But yeah, this is MightyLeafy, and joining me today is, as always, Yugen. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Capture Festival Exotic Mon, the Alpacas. Now, the Alpacas are really cute. I think that goes without saying, actually.
Yeah, they look adorable.
You know what? They look adorable in person as well. Well, actually, not person, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, in real life.
Before we get started, though, guys, just keep in mind that Yugen and I, we're not super pros in this game or anything like that. So take our word with like a grain of salt. We're just casual players having a good time in the game, and we just enjoy talking about the game. Isn't that right?
True. If you have any disagreements, you're welcome to point it out. You know, we're not always going to be right about everything, so you know, we always welcome feedback. And yeah.
Other than that, we do have a Discord server, so if you feel like joining in the fun, you play the game, just want to find people to chat with, then the link for that is in the video description down below. Now with that being said, guys, let's move on and take a look at all the elements of the Alpacas. Alright, so starting us off here, we have the Fire Element Alpaca, and it is a tank. So, the passive skill for the Fire Element Alpaca is Buff Breaker. Grants 100% chance to dispel all enemy enhancements. Oh, so, enhancements. I see what they were trying to say there. Man, that's dodgy.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Next. Yes. Man, this Mon is just not making it easy for me. And for the active skill, we have Seal. Grants an 80% chance to seal the enemy for 3 turns. Sealed foes' passive skills do not activate. So this Mon has both the spell enemy enhancements and also the ability to seal them. That sounds very kinky. What do you say to that, Yugen?
I don't know about the kinky part, but I suppose the skills they seem pretty niche. I'm not sure where I would find use for them personally.
I think the Tower of Chaos would be a pretty good place maybe to use some of these. Especially the Buff Breaker maybe.
Yeah, I suppose so. Thing is, I already have other mons that already have the 100% chance Buff Breaker.
Yes.
Yeah, there's quite a few you can already use, so...
Yeah, no, I personally wouldn't go with the Fire Alpaca. I mean, 80% chance to seal is, you know, for 3 turns, that's pretty good. But the thing is, the active skill is single target, so,
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, for exotic mons, with the limited time that they are available to capture in the Capture Festival, I wouldn't really want to be focusing on Evo 3ing the Fire one, which has less than stellar skills. You know, from a first glance anyways. Let us know if we're wrong though, however. But yeah, you share the same sentiments, Yugen, or you feel like this thing is the most overpowered thing since Broly from Dragon Ball Z?
the thing is like you say, this capture event is limited time, and you want to get the best one or the best ones. So if there's any that you're on the fence about, you probably want to skip them anyway and just get the good ones. So I don't think fire is one of the better iterations that you should go for. I think there are better options.
Alright, so moving on. We have the water element Alpaca. It is a attacker, and for the passive skill we have the morale boost. Critical hits have a 100% chance to restore own SP by 100%. And then for the 5-star active skill, SP Siphon. Critical hits siphon 30% of the enemy's SP. The amount cannot exceed the enemy's current SP. So, I guess it could be fairly good in PvP, although the single target thing makes the SP siphon. I guess it could still work because you're gonna get your active up pretty much every single turn and then just steal them of their chance to proc their active. I don't know, I feel like there's better choices. What do you think, Yugen?
Yeah, I think so as well. If it was an AoE active skill, then yeah, that would be really good. But
They would be broken.
yeah, it would be crazy. But you know, it is single target, so yeah, I think there probably are other mons that you can use in place of this.
Oh man, it's not looking too good so far. But never fear, for the next one I am fairly confident in will redeem itself. Okay, next up we have the wood alpaca. A personal cutie of mine. I think. Oh, damn! This guy is a attacker. Well, that's good. Okay, so for the active skill we have Water Hunter. Increases critical hit damage by 50% when attacking water Astromons. And for the active skill we have Unflinching Strike. Critical hits increase attack power in proportion to the target's maximum HP. So that sounds a lot like Courageous Strike. What do you think, Yugen?
Well, it is, right? It's just like the poor man's Courageous Strike is all.
But is it the poor man's version? Because I'm sure there are some Courageous Strikes there that only procs on critical hits as well.
Yeah.
So what's the difference there, and how do we put into perspective the Sphinx ones, where it's a slightly Courageous Strike but not a very full courageous? What? I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I said. It's just a lesser Courageous Strike. Like, it does less damage, but in essence, it works the same way.
But the icon's different color. It's green, so it must be.
It does less damage, but you know, it still works basically the same. It's just like a lower multiplier as well.
Oh man, that what a bummer. It's still pretty good. I mean, I don't have any Pinellos. I don't have any Garudas. I don't have any wood Merlins. Well, actually, I do have Garuda, but they're not the wood ones. But yeah, I don't have any for the water titan in clan battles.
Well,
So I think this guy would be pretty good. Yeah, this guy would be pretty good. On top of that, I think his variant leader skill would be a good fit on the wood team, the attacker side, that is. Because it increases critical hit rates of ally wood Astromon by 15 to 20%.
Yeah, that's pretty worth, because I think typically a lot of the attackers you have in Titan battles are gonna be crit dependent, so having this critical boost is very helpful.
You know what? You're right. A lot of mine are on the Ruin Gem set. Is that what they're called? The Ruin set?
Yeah.
The gray colored. Yeah. So they're on that, and they only need that little extra tiny boost to get them to 100% guaranteed crit rate. So I think that little, 15 to 20% would probably be just enough to tip the scales a little bit. It might be pretty good. Speaking of which, my first alpaca that I caught during this event was a level 1 variant. What do you think of that, Yugen? Have you caught a variant one yet?
I have not. but it's still early days. No rush.
That's what the losers always say. The winners just catch them.
Yeah, like Gary.
Gary, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna compare me to Gary now?
Yeah, man.
That's sad, man. That's sad. I'm Ash. Wait, I don't want to be Ash because he never wins anything. God damn it.
Wait, so Gary doesn't win, fucking Ash doesn't win. Who wins even?
The Elite Four wins.
Huh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, like they were already winners, just there, and then Ash and Gary never wins anything either. They just, that's pretty.
Well, that's unfortunate.
God damn it! Wow. Okay. So next up we have the Light Element Alpaca, and for the passive skill, we have Shock. Grants 50% chance the shock target for 2 turns. Shocked foes cannot act and have reduced defense. And for the active skill, we have grants a 50% chance to stun the enemy for 2 turns. Wow, how exciting. And Yugen, I recall you were saying you wanted one of these guys on your team.
No, I did not want one of these. Actually, it's okay though. I mean, the skills are okay-ish. The rates aren't super high, but it is 2 turns, so
50%. That's
yeah. I think it would have been better on a defensive type, like a tank or a defender, maybe. But even then, I think there are better options that you could use for a defender.
Yeah, definitely. Because 50% chance is like flipping a coin. But then when you do PvP, of course everyone's gonna have those resistance gem, well, not resistant gems, but resistant substats in their gems. And so it's kind of like flipping a coin, but the coin has 1.5 hits. You can't have.
No, the coin will be fucking rigged.
Okay, so it's kind of like flipping a rigged coin. Not too great. Although I have to say, I think the Light Alpaca, it looks really good. Like, it looks very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it looks alright.
Alright, so moving on, we have the Dark Element Alpaca, and he is a attacker. Wow, that's a good fit for a Darkmon.
Yeah, I mean, a dark attacker is always good.
Alright, so for the passive skill, we have around 70% chance to stun the enemy for 1 turn. And then for the active skill, we have Elemental Edge, which of course means attacks against any enemies are treated as that enemy's elemental weakness. Wow, this is looking pretty good. I mean, it's a single target active, so it's gonna deal even more damage. And being a Darkmon, the crit damage is going to be further enhanced. What do you think?
Yeah, I really don't think there's much else to add to it, really. I mean, the elemental is going to do crazy damage, right? So, it's good for this mon as a damage dealer.
I think it's great for dragons. When I saw this mon, like when I first saw it, I was like, wonder if it can be for me since I missed out on the Dark Gatito. But the Dark Gatito still, kind of outdusted because it has a 30% morale boost and it's got higher attack. But, I guess this can be a poor man's version of the Dark Gatito. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Gatito was pretty good.
Which is your favorite alpaca, actually?
Mine would be wood. Yeah.
That's exactly the same as me.
Yeah, like if you don't have any CSers or you've got slots to fill, then I think the wood alpaca is definitely worth.
CSers? Don't you mean CCS? As in Card Captor Sakura?
Nope.
Okay. But yeah, definitely get them Bulbasaurs because they will do extremely well against the Cerulean City Gym Leader and avenge our Charmanders. Anyways, this is our take on the current exotic mons spreading in the world of Leticia, the Alpacas. Feel free to let us know your thoughts on these cute limited time only mons. Meanwhile, if you would like to chat with us or just other players who play Monster Super League, feel free to join our Discord. The link is in the video description down below. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for listening to another wacky episode of our Monster Super League podcast. And this is MightyLeafy and Yugen signing out for another episode of the podcast. Catch you guys next time. I pass off as a pretty good Ardos, don't you think?
I don't know what that. What?
Get to the chopper.
That is our take on the exotic mon Alpacas. Oh, a Miho. Let's catch this. This can be in the bloopers. Hey, you gotta prioritize catching the Mihos. Yes. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes. And we didn't say shit about the water one. That's so sad. We're gonna get so much hate for that.
If we're gonna talk about PvP though, there's so many good mons that you can already use for PvP. This isn't gonna cut it, I don't think, man.
Yeah, but people are gonna be like, oh man, these guys hate the Cerulean City Gym Leader. But I can tell you guys, I am very biased and I love the Cerulean City Gym Leader.
Good.
What's with your one-word answer, man?
Bubble beam.
Bubble
beam is worth it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh man. You know, on my first playthrough, I chose Bulbasaur, but on all the other subsequent playthroughs, I picked Charmander, and Cerulean City was like harder than the final boss for me. Fucking can't emperor anything in that gym. This just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And all the rock stuff that I caught in the fucking cave on the way there, they just get melted. Do you think if I talked about the little cave in, you know, the top left corner of Cerulean City Gym, was the city, with the guy standing in front of the cave, do you think if I talk about the contents of that cave that it would be considered spoilers at this point?
I don't mind you. They are like doing that fucking Pokemon Let's Go, right? So I wonder if it is spoilers.
Do you think the positioning will be the same?
I don't know, because they're like trying to bring in people from the Go crowd, right, who haven't actually played the core Pokemon games.
How have you not played the core Pokemon games if you play Go? I thought people played the core games and then play Go.
No, man. Shit.
Oh, okay. Wow. Elaborate.
I think it would probably be more like, maybe, like, at least over half of them probably have not played the core games.
Wow. Samuel L. Jackson disagreeing with Arnold Schwarzenegger here. This is the fight of the century, folks.
You know nothing. People who play that game will have played.
Because you think about all the people. Think about all the people that have played Pokemon Go. Everyone's fucking played it. Like everyone you know has played it. How many people you know have played Pokemon? Some people.
The thing is, when people play Pokemon Go, they're in public using their phones, and you can see it on their screen.
But, no, just in terms of contacts and people you know.
Yeah, but like some of them could be like playing Pokemon incognito styles, you know? You don't know. Like they could be Pokemon, but they could not be. Like you don't identify it. Like they might be sneaky about it.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. They be like closet gamers. You mean? They don't want to tell no one.
Closet
Like
gamers. Closet
Like in the
gamers.
enemy.
Did you just make up a new term? Closet gamers.
Yeah, closet gamers. They don't. They're in the closet about gaming.
Wow, the fucking closet has everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, like closet otakus.
Frilled sailor outfit. It looks so cute. Look, she's got a parasol
Yeah.
thingy.
Actually, I would have liked the captain one if not for the big fish, but that's just me.
You know, I agree. The captain one has, the colors are a little bit more vivid.
Yeah, and the shield looks sweet. The fish
Yeah,
looks a bit dumb though. Yeah, I don't like it.
You can sort of imagine the fish as like one of those singing fishes, you know,
That don't make it any better.
like on a plate thing, like on a wall, and then it's like, yo, what's up, blah 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 blah, starts singing and stuff. Flip its head,
What? That makes it even more stupid.
or does it?
You know what? If it actually did sing and make noises, then maybe I'd buy it.
Are you for real? Are you for real? Right?
You know what? You might actually have a point. If it did actually have like singing noises, sound effects, it has some wailing sounds, like when you're attacking with it. Yeah, I'd buy that.
But it would like bend sideways. Wouldn't make any sense. But then does it have to make sense? Never has to.
No, there's a... Wait. No, not really. Not all the time. Not all the time.
The Odin one's coming next week, isn't it?